Hello, George here. In this video we're going to start by unwrapping our table and probably the chairs as well and this side cloth and getting all that stuff exported out as PNG files for us to manipulate inside of Photoshop so we can get some nice coloration going on with these surfaces. Now quickly looking at our reference material here, it looks like there's just some general kind of confetti, something, I don't know, just dots all throughout the tablecloth. The tables are white and the chairs are black. Wow, that's it's like almost like leather black. It's kind of weird when you think about it, and kind of creepy. Then of course we have the stars, which are gold in the center. Everything's pretty much solid colors. There's really not a whole lot going on here, and I hesitate from using realistic looking textures for this. I just don't think it's going to go with the overall feel of how this game should look. We also have the party hats, which I completely forgot about, so I should probably model them up real fast. Or I could do that later on, and we'll do it. Are they the same on every table, or are they different? They're laid out. These back ones are the same. This one might be a mirror image of that one. I can't tell. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's start with the runner, the side runner right here. We're going to make that a separate object, and we're also going to make it a separate material. The idea is that this is going to be the only transparent element, so that's when it's rendering things, it don't have hopefully that much of a difficult time doing it. The table will be separate, and the chairs, of course, will probably just be the same game object duplicated multiple times. Grab our table, grab the tablecloth. Let's just bring our UV editor out over here. Close this, panel, panel, and UV editor right there. So if you don't know what I'm doing right now, take a look at the Maya with Haste series where I've already covered UV layouts and so forth. Just click over there on the side. This one's going to be easy. I'm going to grab all the faces, and we're just going to go to UV and do an automatic. Come at it from all sides. It lays it out and keeps them with the same ratio. We can grab these guys. I'm going to rotate them 90 whoops, wrong one. Rotate this 90 degrees, and let's just stick it back into my area right here. So let's do DV, snap, and then snap X right up there. And there's really nothing else that needs to be done. It is really that simple. Now this is potentially a lot of wasted texture space, and if I want to, I could probably slice this in half and then just mirror the same cloth material on both sides. Let's take a quick look here and see, is that something I can feasibly do? Probably. And by doing that, these objects become larger with respect to everything, and I'll have better usage of my UV map, my UV space. So let's go ahead and do that. We want this tool, and we want multiple edge loop tools, and we're going to put one there, and we're going to put another one there. Yes, and we're going to right click. We've got it all grabbed again. I'm just going to go UV, and we're going to do that automatic again just in case. But this time I'm going to go to face mode, grab these two, and then we're going to do create UV shell. So now these are separate. Right click on this face, DV, move it down there and move that to that location. DV, grab that one and move it to that location so they're buddied up together. Now we can go ahead and just scale these guys to fill this entire UV space. As you can see, we have a lot more texture room that we're actually sampling, so that's pretty nice. But for right now, we're just going to arbitrarily scale and place these in here. Close enough. That's a huge amount of texture space. We're also going to rotate this 90 degrees and make sure it's all within that area. Save. And perfect. This is kind of an arbitrary location to put this. I might want to center things up. I don't know. It probably doesn't really matter. We can center it up, I guess, right there. There we are. And we'll do the same thing for these bottom ones down here. Just in case. There we are. Now it's all centered up. Save. Let us go to polygons, UV snapshot. We're going to browse. We're going to export this on out to our a new folder, I guess. We're going to call this UV gourds or UVWs, doesn't really matter. UVW maps, we'll call it that. And let's do tablecloth underscore UVW. We're going to do, this is way too low res, let's do a 2048 at least. And let's save this out as a PNG. So we get transparencies, hit OK. Oh, make sure we're not in component mode, hit OK. Saved out, save this as well. And let's go to the next element. Let's do the table. As we can already see, it's laid out from before. I'm just going to go in here and grab all these and get them out of my space. And the bottom doesn't really matter, but the top sure heck does. So let's grab the top right there, and let's do a grow selection. Grow, grow, grow. Grab all that, right click, and we're going to do a projection from the top. Let's do UV's planar projection coming from the y-axis straight down on that object. We do want to keep the width and height ratios though, so there's that. I want to move that slightly out of the way. Let's come to the bottom. We're going to do the same thing, G key, but the bottom really doesn't matter, so I'm going to go ahead and just scale that down real small. There's no real even reason to have a bottom to this table, but we'll keep it in there just for giggles. You never know, maybe if we augment this game and make it so that Freddy Fazbear can flip a table when he's pissed, that might be interesting. Although I had to do physics simulations on this cloth material, wouldn't I? And I don't feel like doing that. And anyway, this area right here, both of these, I can just, how do I want to do this? We can do cylindrical, I guess, for that main element. Then it comes down into this. But really, these are not important either. You're hardly going to see these, so I can probably just get away with a straight up projection. And we'll do a grow. That should grow, grow. And let's do a UV's planar map straight to the side. Apply, other way, Z-axis, apply, close. There's our object right there. Both of them stacked on top of each other. And let's grab the underside of the table. UVs, please. Thank you. Grab this, move it, just bring it somewhere up over here. These are, let's go to shell mode. Grab this shell. Doesn't need to be anywhere near this large. We'll just kind of move these somewhere around there. This is the big guy. This is the one who's important. I am just going to scale him down ever so slightly. I don't like it when my UVs go right up to the bleeding edge of my coordinates here. So I'm going to give it a tiny bit of a gap there. This guy, I mean, really, if I wanted to, I could slice this in half. And then, I mean, yeah, we could do a lot of things to try to optimize space on this one. We could grab these ones right here, go to create shell. Where is it? Create shell, pull that one off, and then try to rotate this around, you know, sandwich one within the other, grab the underside of the table, stick that there, even scale, even give the underside of the table a little bit more love. Grab these two, just throw them right there. And yeah, and actually now I have so much space that I could just scale that up a wee bit, and maybe a little bit smaller, just so my maps don't conflict. Somewhere, I don't know, say like right around there. Save that on out. Okay, good enough. Let's go to polygons, UV snapshot, browse, up and up again. Let's go to UV maps and call this party table underscore UVW. Save. Okay, good.